They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And boy, a rough start to this one as this kick goes out of bounds. On first down, it's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing again on second down. Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field, because when I hear tight end, I think the old school hand in the dirt, blocking on the line of scrimmage. These guys are much more receiver than they are guys who are going to move in the pass in the running game.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. To the air again, Fields. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Third and long. It's Fields. Man open is Robinson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cohen. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And That's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Back to throw. Fields. This will be caught at about the 6.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what the opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining in.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Second down and goal. Fields. Here's a diving catch right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw. Scruggs. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Second down and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
First down, a run with Cohen. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
A loss of 2 brings up the 2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
On 2nd and 12, Fields. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. On first down, Fields. That is caught by Cohen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Fields throwing again. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very
Fields. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
First and goal at the 4.
Cohen. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Now Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Now the point after try for Santos. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Vikings now to start their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injury.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Off the play fake. Scruggs on the move to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Vikings.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
His throw incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there for Minnesota.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Buying time to his left. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's second and goal. Looking to throw. Scruggs escaping the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it first and 10 at their own 44. Off play action. Scruggs This is Smith with a grab. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run it again with Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Following a good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Williams. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard of the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
Off the play fake. Scruggs. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. Cook, they'll try and run it. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. And that almost makes it a brand new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Now a first down throw, Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
It's complete to Robinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
From the gun, here's Fields. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off play action. Scruggs. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they will score a pick 6 for the Bears touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Vikings now to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like Louis.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off near the 34. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. But that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
On first down, it's Fields.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Out of the gun, Fields.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Touchdown, Bears! Devontae Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Scruggs. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. So that'll back him up 5. Back to throw. Scruggs. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Minnesota.
On 1st and 10, Scruggs.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, are so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction.
And coughed it up, and this is picked up by the Bears.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. And it's been pretty symptomatic what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. Fields throw there, complete to Mooney. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Looking to throw again on second down.
Fields. Open man is connect, the tight end.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Back to throw. Fields. Swings this out here for Cohen.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll bring up a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To the air again, Fields. That's complete to Mooney.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Here's Fields. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And this will leave him a yard short.
Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
He does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play.
Throwing again is Fields.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Now it's Fields.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Santos now to add the PAT. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Bears 48, Vikings 14.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because There are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Scruggs. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Scruggs eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they got this one well in hand. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.